And we're back with some of the tower. It's been a while, it's been a while, it's been a while. I got a busy day. I got a busy day. It's okay. We'll make it work, right? All that matters is how we make it work. I had a text. My apologies. And that was enough to push the phone. Let's go. Okay. So before we even start, I have to do something very important. I forgot to buy the event battle pass, and the funniest thing is, people are really in love with the queen. So we're just gonna acquire my queen. It's weird. I'm seeing a lot more people on Reddit talk about the tower than on. Well, technically no. Technically, see a lot more people on a Discord talk about what? I'm seeing a lot more people talk about it on Discord. The problem is on Discord it is only one person. No, sorry, it's only one place. On Reddit it's surprise, so I don't see it. Um, I'm excited for I'm excited for what's coming up. Again, we're so close to ultimately buying out the ultimate weapon, which can be in that nine. We do a tower talk. Okay, I'll do a tower talk. Good. Don't blink. It's your blank. Welcome to our show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 27 May 2025. I am so sorry. I was I was at my father's house. We had a little supper there. It was really nice. So uh, just came back. I wish I was able to film the sunsets. However, we won't be able to get sunset. The cool thing is we're still gonna get some good weather. So I shouldn't have any problem. Um, I shouldn't have any problem filming, but still, filming. You guys know that when my phone overeats, um, the camera stops. Now I forgot to do it on the side. I've been watching a lot of my nature corn there, upside down. Finally figured out why. Yes, I'm tired. Yes, I am tired, but I don't have a lot to do left, so it doesn't matter. And we got nature corn. Enjoy. Sorry, it's a bit later, but I just came back from my father's house. Okay. Now let's continue with the work. Work. Okay. I'll do a chip review. I'll do nature corn. Right? Mission. Okay, good. So, what is the video that I have to do today? When my dad be alone, the crystal plan, my job, nothing is granted, is yours. A what? I fall from grace. Why are you so happy? Okay, good. Don't blink. It's your blink. Welcome to our show. Just doing well because I have. Oh, the camera is not good. Okay, so we're having a wonderful day on this 27 May 35. As you can tell, we're tired AF. Uh. Oh, I forgot to record. Just came back from my father's house, so right now what we're doing is we're just chilling chilling like villains and enjoying some of the tower because we haven't played in a while. So how are you guys doing today? Um, I had a busy day. I want to come and make some content because I like making content. And the first one that I wanted to do was Tower Talk. It's funny because I promised myself that I was gonna take a break from Tower Talk. However, with the tower, we have this constant case of I'm involved, I'm not involved. So lately we've been chilling in Reddit a lot more. I don't. Okay, so yeah, this is still Tower Talk. This is still Tower Talk. Don't worry about it. We've been chilling more in Reddit. I had bad experiences with Discord, really bad experience actually, and then we have Reddit. And on Reddit, the good thing is, and it's kind of new for me. And the funny thing is, I'm a part of the Tower Discord, but I'm not part of the Tower on the Reddit. However, Reddit, there's a bunch of people talking about the Tower. I constantly see posts, so I'm always kind of in. And I want you guys to believe me when I say this is not planned. I did a video today about anime, and I was like, well, I overdid with anime. Oh, it's such a shame, dude. I missed the sunset. And it was a nice one, but still, I like making sunset. I like filming sunset. We'll get the sunrises. See, I'm fucking tired. I need the energy drink. That's not the answer to everything. So I was talking about the anime this afternoon. And I was like, the anime. I overdosed on anime. I was watching too many anime, and because of my whole algorithm, it kind of fucked. So I don't. When I see a anime videos, I don't click on it. Or the shorts, they're completely random. So I'm often seeing oh, I forgot something. I often. Haha. You guys can do something kind of important too. I've got to do the labs. The labs. So I don't have a control. On Reddit, it's the same thing. Reddit, I use it. I almost as a playground because there's a lot of like-minded culture. For example, king culture, where I'm able to go. And it's so crazy because I was on Reddit today, and we've been covering Trailer Park Boys a lot lately, and they have a Tower Trailer Park Boys meme. I was like, no way, dude, no way. I'm able to do times 4. That's decent. That is decent. So because we're so involved, and to me, the tower, is kind of crazy, Oh, I have to do this video also. Okay, so my favorite game ever is Elden Ring, right? Elden Ring we played for we're gonna play our fourth playthrough, but we have over 1,000 hours and the Elden Ring in 4 years, which is kind of good. The game I played the most over the last 4 years in streaming is the Tower, and the Tower we started playing in July 2023. So a year and a half ago, more than a year and a half ago. We're a year and 10 months in. Now, what is actually going on? What is actually going on is that we're having a lot of luck with the Tower because people like me playing it and I like playing it. Their constant upgrade, for example, the Guild was a huge update, but the Elite was also an update. So we're getting that. And the Tower, like I said, I'm able to get in, get out. So even though I'm out right now, I kind of am diving in, and instead of constantly being, what I'm trying to say is super simple. I'm not good at talking, but what I'm trying to say is that during the last a year and a half, we played every single day Tower. We played every single day. I don't know if you're good at math. We played 530 time. We have 700 part per playthrough. That's a lot, right? That's the game I play the most. Which made me super involved. What if the involvement in the Tower was not necessarily in the game, the culture of the Tower, the things surrounding it, right? Not really involved. Lately, we took a step back. Once again, we're doing the lab with the smallest upkeep. I told you guys the plan for the crown is still the same. The crown, we're 1,900 stone. We're gonna be buying inner landmine. That way, we're gonna build them up and gonna have more I'm gonna continue building up my defense. Area man is quite defensive. Then I'm gonna be buying up the Dark Hole, which is quite offensive. It's funny because us buying the Dark Hole saying it's offensive, it's not offensive because um, we're actively having the Dark Hole in my playthrough. However, the Dark Hole best thing ever is disable a range enemy, and we need more range for that. So that's the simplest thing. But with a game with the shield and sword, like, there's no there's no excitement, right? But what I'm gonna try to do is I want to get back into things. So first of all, what we did was we bought the battle pass, which we still did. But you know what I'm trying to say. What I'm gonna try to do is really take a step back from the tower and manage resources. So, for example, with the diamond, we've been pretty good. The diamond, I have to restrain myself from buying the module. I want to buy this card slot. Look, if I can buy the last 4 card slots, I'm good. The tower sword, there's so many cards that we're filling up. I want to say we're 2 event from filling it up. So that is really good. See, we've been filming for 11 minutes and there's no sign of the night. That's actually pretty good. That being said, hey, that's a lot, right? How can I say this? Been working hard. We've been working hard in this, and I think it's a nice thing that we're gonna take a step back and take an insight. When I was talking about taking a step back, I was doing the worst thing possible with the tower. The worst thing possible is you're taking a step back, but you're still spending power stone and you're still spending diamond. That's the problem with my playthrough of the tower. We're constantly out, and when we have a reward, I'm constantly in. I think the thing that I have to do is take a big step back. And when we do take a big step back, it's such, because this is kind of regrets, right? This is playing the wrong way for a year and a half. And I was seeing people on Reddit, and like these people are playing and they're so much further than I am, right? If they play less than I did, they're just smarter, or they just follow guides. I don't. So we take a step back, and I have to take a step back, get back in. Taking a step back means not spending resources. We focus on gaining coins the most possible, because once again we want to keep the upkeep kind of low. But then I'm gonna start buying some ultimate weapons. So I haven't figured out what I'm gonna buy. I'm possibly be working a lot on the chain lightning, or I don't know. My biggest regrets is sincerely my biggest regrets in this shield. There's Chrono Field and Black Hole. I didn't think about it. That's pretty much it. I'm tired as fuck, but that's pretty much it. See, I miss being excited about the tower. I miss being excited about the possibility of the tower. This is the mid game, so we'll get them back in. We'll get it back when we reach that wall, right? So again, you're gonna see less content from me, but still play the tower. And even then, I gotta say, and I want to talk about a completely different game. The Final Fantasy Z. Final Fantasy Z, why it's great is because it's an AFK game that I get to play among others. So I have this game, it's kind of boring, but I have Fantasy Z because I have Final Fantasy Z is kind of nice. So I'm gonna do the tower. Even right now, what we're doing is we're just playing it when I'm making videos, and I still managed to clock in 4 or 5 hours in it, which is pretty good. We'll see how it goes. As for now, I mean, it's still super fun. It is still super fun. I got an active guild chat. I love guild. However, there's not so much of a social aspect. It's more so, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. You know, a lot of people that are very active aren't the best listener. So it's hard to start conversation. Like I'll say, hey, what are you planning for the weekend? And I'll get an answer, but then the next day we're talking about strategy again. Which, you do you, boo boo. You do you, boo boo. And that's pretty much it. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the show. Because I'm doing well. Because I'm having a wonderful day on this 27 May 2025. I am so happy because I can see my neighbors here. And oh, dude, my phone is too hot. My phone is too hot, so I cannot film outside. Okay, so we'll do the same thing. What I'll do is I'll take a energy drinks and kind of cold. It's gonna cool down the phone. I'll be right back. So, yeah, this is a little trick that we have. So this one, because we're doing two things. So we're doing the tower, and we're doing some filming the nature core. And because of that, stuff, it gets really hot, right? Long story short, it gets really hot. So in 4 years of content, this is the game video for the gaming channel, by the way. My favorite game ever, and why my favorite game ever? Favorite game ever is possibly this, the tower. It's the game that I play the most. I'm falling in love with a lot of mobile game, but to me, and this is so counterproductive because I made so many videos saying how important mobile gaming is and how much it changed and how different it is and how akin to console gaming it is. So that's actually pretty good. But that's not the main thing. The main thing is possibly the fact that I don't know. The main thing is possibly the fact that I was born playing. I'm old school, dude. I was born playing console. Yes, mobile gaming was something. It was Game Boy Color. It was Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance, I love them, but they were never going to replace Nintendo 64 or PS2. They were different feelings. So on console, my favorite game is Elden Ring. Now, in 4 years, I can count on the fingers of two hands the number of videos that were my apologies, that were inspired by a dream, right? The reality is we don't dream a lot. To dream, you need to sleep. We don't sleep. So, yeah, that's not healthy, but my favorite game is Elden Ring. And I was dreaming that I was in Elden Ring. And it's so funny because, see, we've been focusing on the tower a lot lately. In the tower, there's no narrative, and on Elden Ring, there is no narrative, but you still feel like an outsider, right? And I was dreaming that I was running. I wasn't running. It was kind of flying over the land between, and you were seeing the landscape. You were seeing the castle and shit like that, and I was like, oh, dude, I remember this. So, I want to talk about my favorite game, which is Elden Ring. Is Elden Ring my favorite game? I want to say yes, but I also want to say no. See, the problem when you're a gamer is you kind of want a game that is kind of FPS. You kind of want a game that is normal. You kind of want a game that is social, right? A mobile game, I'm gonna have to say that I want a mobile game because I want to be able to go out to work and be able to play the game, right? But Elden Ring, if I have to choose one game, it will be Elden Ring. So first of all, I could talk about the combat system, the graphics, which are amazing, the story, which is quite beautiful, the number of weapons, the number of strategy, the number of classes, the amount of love that it sets. This is my first From Software game. It's not my first Souls game. My first Souls game is either Code Vein or Auto Knights, but I'm not sure at all. So that being said, I wanted to sell Elden Ring to you. I wanted to sell Elden Ring to you because to me, if you love something, you're able to sell it, right? As simple as, if I was to sell you Elden Ring, I would possibly sell you the story, right? So this is Inc. version of the story. And this is the coolest thing is, yes, we played the game 3 times. I don't think I understand most of what's going on in Elden Ring. The problem with Elden Ring is you have a basic story, And then with that basic story, you have a bunch of stuff, and then with that bunch of stuff, there's more. So, for example, it's by reading the Triter equipment, is by reading the God slaying sword, is by getting the God serpent sword that you get the story of Rykard, right? Which is not a story that you're usually gonna get. So I'm gonna tell you the story, the very short story. My version of the story. Somebody that played the game 4 times, that kind of know what's up, but without knowing what's up. So for me, Elden Ring, the beautiful thing is the story. So the story is super simple. You got America, you got the Elden Ring, right? And it's a land between the Elden Tree is the one that's the Earth Tree. I'm so sorry. I'm tired. I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired. The Earth Tree is in charge of everything, in charge of every single living life, right? Now you got a god. That god is Marika. Marika has children. She has children with first Godfrey. Children which are Godfrey the Golden, Godric. Wait a second. Wait a second. It is Morgoth, Godric. I have forgotten. Holy shit. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Okay. Can't believe I'm gonna have to look it up. So long. Expert gamer, huh? Okay, Elden Ring. Family tree. It's actually really important. But while we're doing this, right? Okay, good. Godfrey. Aha, there you go. This is possibly the best. This is possibly the best. Right? Is it? This is technically not good. No, this is not good. Because this is Elden Ring before the DLC. And this is way too small. Okay, so we have something good. Yes, good. Okay, perfect. 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 Okay, cool. So the story of Elden Ring. I just want to talk about the main characters and how important it is, but it's also the similar factors. So, for example, would you prefer me to talk? Okay, let's talk. Okay, perfect. So you got a queen, right? And she got Queen Marika the Eternal, which is a god, and she rules the world, right? And she has those kids. She has those kids with Godfrey, which is the first Elden Lord. The kids are they're Morgoth Godwyn. Like I told you, yes, we were right. And then Godwyn has those kids, which is Godric and Godfroy. Godfroy, is part of the DLC. I haven't played DLC. I'll be completely honest, I haven't played the DLC. We also have a wedding with Renala, right? Renala will give birth to Radon, Rykard, and Ranni, right? And then we have Marika and her kid, which is Michaela Malenia Messmer. This is super spoilery. As a guy who hasn't played the DLC, why is that nice? Because we'll do. Okay, so first of all, why we're doing this video? Once again, I love Elden Ring. Why is that video nice? It's because we haven't played Elden Ring in a year. Why is that double nice? Because when I'm gonna play my playthrough of Elden Ring, I'll do another one. So I'll do Elden Ring Story V2. So this is just the remembering. So Marika, this is my understanding. I might be wrong. I might be fucking wrong on the story. And if I'm wrong, please tell me. So in my opinion, Marika has a goal as the Earth Tree, right? Before she goes, this is how little I know. Before she comes in, there's another primordial source. This is the Crucible Knight. This is the Dragon. They did before. There's the Misbegotten. I don't remember if the Misbegotten are before or after. And Queen Marika, she's a savage. She conquers. She doesn't save. She conquers. The Misbegotten become slaves, which is one of the best things. One of the things because it leads the Battle of Morn and it leads the Battle of Castle Morn. That's one of my favorite places in the game, by the way. It's so fucking nice. Then we have the Battle of Lanedale, which have been begotten, and I'm trying to figure out there's something else. Probably the DLC again. She breaks down the Earth Tree. Now, the reason why she breaks down the Earth Tree, I don't remember. The reason why she breaks down the other ring, I don't know. You wanna check it out? Okay, you wanna check it out? Okay, perfect. Why? This is spoiler, right? Marika shattered the Elden Ring. Marika shattered as the direct result of the Marika shattered the Elden Ring as a direct result of the Night of Black Knife, which was plagued with guilt and broken by the death of Godwyn. Her decision to shatter the Elden Ring is assumed to be related to the grief for the death of her son. The event led to a year-long war known as the Elden Ring, resulting in the fall of Marika the Golden Order as her children grapple for power. That's super important. That is super important. Yes, that's something that we should be knowing, but it's been so long. And the craziest thing is, in Elden Ring, is the intro, which is your prologue, which tells you so much without telling you enough. Why did Ranni kill Godwyn? Okay, so these are the things that I know. Ranni killed Godwyn for the ritual. She wanted to destroy Godwyn's body but preserve her soul in a duel, but also that she could escape her destiny and fall by the winds of the greater will like the rest of the family. This act made the plot of Elden Ring. Ranni stole the Primal of the Rune of Death and imbued the power of Newman with it, leading to Godwyn and substantially the Prince of Death. But being incarnate royalty does not want the finger of greater will to determine life. Okay, cool. So this is huge, right? So this even doesn't matter with the story. I want to say. So Marika should have the Golden Order, and then the world descended chaos, right? And you are this person that's technically dead. What you do is you're reborn, then you go to the Elden Ring. My favorite part of Elden Ring is yourself as a person, as a player, is the Limgrave, the total vibe of Limgrave and how calm it is, to the disastrous plane of Caelid, spending to the swamp of Lurna, and not forgetting the golden plain of the Lanedale, which is also great, but ravaged by war. And you got the Mountain of Giants, which is super cold, and then you finally get the Ashen Capital, which is after the Earth Tree burn. But it's your character, and this again is a side story. So your character doesn't have anything to do with it. Your goal is either to serve the Earth Tree or to kill the Earth Tree. Now, what I love about Elden Ring is every single character that you like, that you meet at the round table, all that you like, for example, Day of the Dead, Lady Fia, Dialos. This is how long I'm rusted, right? But don't worry, part 2 is gonna be better. Dialos, Rodrika, and Yug. Of course, Yug. How can I forget Yugs? There's also the monk, which is Corrin, but Corrin to me his story is a bit boring. I don't really like Corrin. I don't dislike him. I don't really like him compared to the others. So everybody tells you, hey, you have to save the Earth Tree. You have to save the Earth Tree. You have to save the Earth Tree. However, the cover of Elden Ring tells you something different. So the cover of Elden Ring is actually Lord Vike. We made a character of Lord Vike as my third playthrough. Lord Vike was the previous of Elden Lord. He was a God-gifted soldier. He was really strong. He had the friendship of Dragon, the strength of Dragon. He was super strong. However, he was too much of a good lord. He wasn't able to sacrifice people for his glory. So what he did was he ventured below Lanedale during his time as a soldier of Lanedale, and then discovered the Three Fingers, right? He discovered the Three Fingers, and because he discovered the Three Fingers, he had a way to burn down the Earth Tree himself. But he was consumed by frenzy. See, and it's a beautiful thing. It's really a beautiful thing, because every single character dislike the frenzy. One that like it is Shabili. And Shabili is kind of a bad guy. Shabili is kind of the bad guy of the game. So when you go to the Three Fingers, if you don't do it fast enough, you consume by frenzy. You're not really consumed by frenzy. This is just lore-wise. consume my frenzy. Because you consume my frenzy, like holy shit, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing who I am. I'm losing my sanity. I'm losing my identity. Um, so the whole thing is you have to burn the urge before you lose yourself. Vike wasn't able to, right? But then you follow a Mr. character called Melina, and Melina, you don't really know why she wants to burn the urge. She feel like it's something that she has to do. She feel like it's her mission. She feel like it's her goal in life. She's like, okay, no problem. I understand. No problem. So you follow her because technically speaking, okay, so it's complex. You wake up, and the first person to welcome you is Melina. The second person to welcome you is Vare, and Vare is an asshole. And Vare is super important in the story. So Vare is a servant of Mog, and Mog is, a lot of people dislike Mog, and on first thought, you should be able to dislike Mog. Mog is a complete asshole. Mog is a complete asshole. He's horrible. Mog is horrible. He is Lord of Bloods. What he does is he captures people, and then he does some experiments on them, and then because of that, he's a bad person. I'll tell you more when I get to it. It's gonna be a long video, so sit down. But more than that is the fact that Vare tells you right away that you're maidenless, and because you're maidenless, you don't have a chance. The first thing you say, go become Elden Lord. So then he's like, you're maidenless, you won't be able to. Your maiden is Melina, right? But then is the story, the simple story of the gods, because you coming into a place. Once again, Yurna, Limgrave, Kaelid, Mount Up of Giants, Lingdell, and they all have lords. So we have Radagon, we have Ronnie, we have Renala, we have Radagon, we have Rykard, we have Melania, we have Mog, we have Morgoth, we have Godfrey. That's pretty much it, right? Am I forgetting someone? If I'm forgetting someone, it's all battle. Oh, Godric. By the way, the fourth playthrough, like I said, it would be the Soldier of Godric. So super funny way of doing a Soldier of Godric, which is a meme. But the craziest thing isn't that. The craziest thing is Marika. So Marika is a god. So the first, again, you see, multi-window closed. It's too warm. I kind of feel it's too warm, which is not good at all. That sucks, bro. That really sucks. So America is a god, and she wants to have children, right? So the first one she married is Godric. Godric being the first, no, Godfrey being the first Elden Lord, which is super important because he's the first guy he's the strongest of people there, right? I don't remember if he's a Newman, but I think he is. So the Newman are aliens, or kind of aliens. So she married him, and she has kids, but her kids are all very sick. There's Godwyn the Golden, which is okay. There is Mog and Morgoth, who ends up being like monsters, and it's not monster, is omen. So basically, their blood is cursed. That they become monster. It's not their fault, right? Actually, technically speaking, Mog and Morgoth are possibly the most interesting of demigods. Give me a sec. Godwyn the son of whom? Godwyn, yeah. So they have these kids, and it's like, holy shit, they're all fucked up. So then she started having kids with Renala, Renala is the teacher of the Academy of Rare Lucaria, with magic. So she possibly say, hey, maybe this is not the way. And then she thinks the problem is herself, so she becomes Radagon. And this is a huge secret in the game. The fact that Marika and Radagon is one and the same person. They're both god. We know Marika is a god. We don't know where Radagon came from. Radagon just appeared one day. He's like, yo, you know. And the fact is, Marika is so strong. She transformed herself into two. So he has kids with Renala, and the kids are amazing. There's three kids. There's Ronnie, Radagon, and Rykard. So Ronnie is a brilliant sorcerer. She even becomes an Emporian. Emporians are what? Emporians are, it's complex. Emporians are, so Marika is not, she's eternal, but if something happened, right, she's not meant to be forever. So Ranni being Emporian is supposed to be able to replace Marika. However, Ranni says the Golden Order is fucked up. So the Golden Order is the fact that a certain group of people will lead the world. Ranni offers or ending, because they all have ending. So technically, what happened is you have a bunch of characters that you can help. And if you help this character, you get Age of Star, Age of Death, a different age. You get different ending, and the ending of Elden Ring is the beginning of the rest of the time. It's the beginning of the rest of the world. So, for example, that's the coolest thing about Elden Ring. Elden Ring will be a prologue. So Elden Ring was made from software. A lot of people say that the Elden Ring, the frenzied ending, which is burning the world, gives you Dark Soul, right? A lot of people say that. A lot of people say that the ending of Ronnie is Bloodborne. So again, Alien, you have those ID, and then they create those ID, they create those nightmares. You constantly sleep, right? There's the ending of Death, which is Sekiro die twice. The ability to reborn and shit like that. They all have this meaning, right? So Rani is super important. So Rani, enslaved by the two fingers. The two fingers are a god. So the two fingers is really, 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 really weird. The two fingers. Okay, so Marika is a god, but she's not in charge of the world of the land between. She's a god, but she's okay. So Marika is more of a leader than God. People follow her, but people don't worship Marika. There's people that worship Marika, but very little. And then we have the two fingers. The two fingers are a god. Even the frenzied ending is three fingers. So then people say, well, are you the same God? And this is answered fingers, right? So you're like, okay, well, this is where I'm gonna get my information for the rest. So Rani, she's like, I don't want to be, I don't want to be the I don't want to follow the golden order. So she does is she kills herself. By killing herself, she kills her body, but she keeps her soul, which is thanks to the killing Godwin. Killing Godwin equates to her, to Marika being. So see, Marika had the great room, right? And because Rani killed one of her kids, all her kids started killing each other. Rani was the one that troubled everybody. So there was this order, the golden order was broken by Rani. Rani was like, hey, I'm not gonna be your slave, fuck you. And because she said that, she killed somebody. Because she killed somebody, she was able to have her own path. She's important. The next Emporion is Radagon. Now the funny thing is, when you saw the kids, Rykard was amazing. Rykard was really, 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 really good. However, Rykard turned really bad. So, technically, what ended up happening was Rykard was one of the weakest. So there's multiple of the Elden Ring that are super weak. The problem with that is it's inbreeding. So, with Godric, right? Godric was super weak, so he started drafting. Godric drafted. But with somebody like it's so complex. It's so complex. I have to continue with the family tree, then I'll get to Rykard. So then Radagon existed, and then she was like, I cannot have kids with anybody else but myself. So Marika and Radagon had kids, and this is a huge tribe in every single land. So then what happened is they create three monster children. The three monster children are Mesmer. Mesmer is so bad. Mesmer is right away corrupted by a serpent, and the serpent is said to be like the Jotunmoon, which is the serpent of the world. And Nordic religion. So you have Mesmer, you have Melania and Miquella. Melania is the worst thing. Melania is one of the greatest warriors. However, giving birth to her gives birth to three things. There's three things that's going on. So Godwin, right, being killed is the Prince of Death. So then there's instant death, and then there's the deathbed companion. The fact that people cannot die, it's destroying the land. Land is being destroyed because nobody's dying, right? So you got the death root, and Marika was able to destroy the death root, right? Because she started people don't die, so that's why there's a problem with the land between. It's just corrupted. There's rot. There's a lot. Melania, yeah. Melania, when she's born, she has Scarlet Ruff. Scarlet Ruff is a kind of like a cancer of the blood. So she is putting everybody in danger. It's worse than poison. So you see Kaiden. So they were fighting, right? One of the strongest was Radagon, which is one of the most important characters if you look at the DLC. So Radagon and Melania, she fought. Radagon won. Radagon, just to tell you how strong he is he's holding the star together. I don't remember why. It's been too long, but he's holding the star together. If you kill Radagon, you can help Rani, because Rani power lies in the night. And because of that, she kind of imploded with her Scarlet Ruff, and then there's Mikela. Mikela was cursed to be a young kid. So Mikela's story is not so much. In the DLC, she becomes Saint Trina, which is somebody that led people to they don't know about the DLC. That's the problem. Why did Radagon hold the stars? Why did Radon? What did I said Radagon? I'm so sorry. Radon. See, this is how long I've played to go. Radon. Remember the current royal family. The Royal Karian family is the children of her. And he even talked about Rykard at the end. Stop the motion of the starlight to prevent the more star, falling star beast, and not makes the Albastor from crashing in the land between. And the exact reason of his action is not confirmed. Okay, so the important part is Rykard, because I want to finish with Rykard, because the more I'm finishing with Rykard, the more I can move on. I want to make a big video, but not that big. Rykard, he's weak, he's just like Godric the Drafted. And then he discovered this World Serpent, right? And this World Serpent is a god. It's like, yo, if I can fuse with you, if I can be part of you, I'll never have. So Rykard was a really good leader. Freiter Rykard was a really, really good leader. There's a lot of people that says that he lost himself to the serpent. So the serpent is constantly hungry. So he started eating his people and eating his people and eating his people, right? But apart from that, he was a great leader. To see each Elden Lord or each demigod, which is again Radagon. Radagon is the leader of the Redmane army. Leyndell is the leader. Morgott is the leader of the Leyndell army. Godric is the leader of the Godric army. They all have their own army. So to protect his army, that's why I think he made a deal with the serpent. I don't know. Again, continuing. So with Radagon, being that, so see Mog, this is where Morgott and Mog comes in. So Morgott is a omen. So again, a foul beast. But he's the only one that believes in the Golden Order. So see, there's such a cool scene. There's a cool scene when you're at the edge of the Elden tree, and you're about to burn it. It talks about the demigods, and they're all traitor. He's the only one that believes in the Golden Order. And then he dies, and then Godfrey come back. But also Mogs believe that the answer. So see, Mog is actually quite smart. Mog saw what Ranni did, and he was like, "Holy shit, people cannot die." He thinks the answer is in the blood of others. So see, Malenia, although cursed with Scarlet Ruff, had a brother called Mikela, and Mikela was cursed with eternal youth. So you think that an eternal youth cannot die, thinks there lies the answer to death. So he is kind of oh, this is so complex. This is the DLC. I don't know much about it. But basically what happened is Mog wants to study Mikela because Mikela creates the Alec tree. The Alec tree is a second Erd tree. So if something was to happen, the Erd tree, the Alec tree would take over. There's also the Shadow Realm, which is where Mikela went to. So the Shadow Realm had a chance to take over. So she sent Mesmer, she sent all of her strongest people there. So that's actually a really good story. She sent all of her strongest people there, that way they could stop the Shadow Realm army. What am I forgetting? I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, how could I forget that? My apologies. One of my favorite part of Elden Ring is that fuck, I was going to say something important, I forgot. Malenia. Oh yeah, Mikela kind of uses Mog. She's like, in this body I cannot do shit, I cannot help you. But I can become the consort. If you become my consort, which is what happened at the end of the DLC, when I got the true consort, she take the body of Mog and become this powerful people. So instead of having her child body, she's taking it. So I think she was supposed to take the body of Malenia, but she never got it. Yeah, I think if she took the it's so crazy because if you took the body of Malenia, you just solve it. When you have Scarlet Ruff, you have an item that is basically the needle of Mikela. which sure I felt rough. But then what happened is she actually used this Radagon. Yeah, this is kind of crazy, isn't it? So Elden Ring, once again, Elden Ring, the best part about it is you start coming in as a good guy, but there's time where you feel like a villain. You kill beasts that have no. For example, you kill dragon. There's another dragon left. You kill God, demigod, and although they're at war, you kill them and you take their great rune. So like you're colonizing the colonizer. Is that crazy? Yeah. You see, gotta film. This is such a shame. This is such a fucking shame. It's all because TikTok always takes so much space. 1 second is 18 gigs, and the next one is 40 gigs. Like, what the fuck happened? You know. So yeah, but Elden Ring is such a good game. There's moments where I felt like the bad guy, right? There's one I felt like the bad guy. The last one that I had that was God of War 3, and to a certain degree, Kratos was the bad guy. Kratos was only the good guy because you release hope in the world. But apart from that, what did he do? He destroyed the world and destroyed gods. So yeah, so this is why Elden Ring is so good. Is the lore, how I can play for 1,000 hours and still not have a clue what's going on. Is the fact that there's so many items, there's so many belief, right? It's so good. It is so fucking good. You know? Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Dom Link, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to another Ville Commentary show. They're doing well because they're having a wonderful day. Lately, you've been seeing me smiling. You've been seeing me more happy. You've been seeing me in a better mood. I want to talk about that. I don't think I need to justify myself, but here is justification. First of all, I want to thank you guys, right? Because you're part of the reason as to why. People ask me, why are you in a good mood? What happened? Nothing happened. I think that I need to take a break from making content. I need to take a break from overworking myself to an early grave. I think I need to take a break in general. But there's always the sun after the storm, right? So what I think happened is, if I'm being honest, I don't know why I'm in a better mood. I have no clue as to why. Right? Nothing changed. But I was depressed, and now we're feeling better because we're not depressed, right? I think it's because like it's complex. Why am I making a video like this? This is why, dude. This is why I don't make it. I'm also playing Cheetah in the Tower. See, I came in saying, hey, why are you so grateful? Because a lot of people ask me, hey, you seem to be doing better. What happened? Right? And I don't have an answer, and I don't want to lie to people, right? I'm not gonna say, hey, I had this wonderful thing. I got a call from a job today. Dad didn't hire me. Like I said, I was supposed to date this girl. She was... Okay, so let's talk about it. Right? You want to make a video? Let's make a video. I was possibly going to be dating her. It didn't happen, right? So all of this should be making me sad and pissed and, oh my God, woe is me, right? But the reality is, I had a good life, right? And yes, sometimes I'm in a bad mood, sometimes I'm depressed. But the reality is, I always come back up. So I think the reason why I'm happy is because, first of all, we're not depressed. I feel a lot better. I've been seeing a shrink often. I've been posting a lot of CVs. That really helps. Kind of this fucked up sense. I've been posting a lot of CVs, which should be making me happy because, again, you're working towards your future, but at the same time you're getting rejected all the time, and you're like, fuck, that's really hard, you know. But you can't stop. You cannot give up. So I think the not giving up part is the part that makes me happy, and I think if anything, that's a positive. That being said, with the girl, I should be mad that it didn't work. However, because it didn't work, I'm back on dating websites. It's going pretty well, you know. It's not going as well as I want to, but it's going pretty well. And for the first time, I'm not mad at the person. For the first time, I'm not, and oh fuck you, you fucked me over. You're such a bad person, right? I'm more so in a place of, well, if it was meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. And that's as simple as that. There doesn't need to be a reason as to why this didn't work. The simple fact that this didn't work can just be explained, but it wasn't meant to be. I made this video I think it was 2 weeks ago. It wasn't meant to be, and it wasn't meant to be. It's possibly the most important lesson that I've learned. It wasn't meant to be, so that's why it didn't happen. Oh, we have a tournament today. Good. Let's focus on that too. It wasn't meant to be, so fuck it, right? I think that's super, super, super important. I think the simple factor that we understand that a lot of times when you're met with failure, you give up, right? And that's completely normal. It's very rare that you're going to be meeting with failure and say, okay, well, let's get back up on the horse, let's try again. I think a lot of people say that, but there's a problem with, in my opinion, there's a problem with failing and starting over. You don't learn from a mistake. It's like, you fell, okay, get back up and start again. Like, okay, but why did I fall? Why did I fall? Is there a reason why I fall? I fell? Because if there's a reason why I fell, I have to learn it, right? Because otherwise I'm going to keep on falling and falling and falling and falling and falling, and then I'm fucked, right? For the first time,